So, hello, I have a lot of stuff arrived from the eBay. So, as you can see, I don't know where I can even begin. So this is line follower. I need to solder it, this one. This is a remote remote toy car remote controller. This is the controller and this is the circuitry which goes inside the car. I already tried one like this. It was really convenient, and actually it saves a lot of time. Just replace the circuit inside the car and you have a working car. So I have a bunch of more these, but just without this fancy um, case of the remote. So I have just the buttons, and here comes the battery and here comes the antenna. So it's basically the same but without the case. And this is the circuitry which goes inside the car. And this is a smaller one. So I haven't tested these out, but I guess these working fine. So I have a bunch of these. And then for one event particularly, I ordered a bunch of metal detectors, which also come in form that you need to solder it by yourself. And so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 round ones, 2 rectangular, and 2, well, uh, also rectangular, but this longer shape. So my idea was to solder at least one of these and to connect with the Arduino just for fun. Basically, this gives me an on just on or off if the metal is detected. Otherwise, I guess it stays quiet. There's a buzzer and a LED, and basically the LED output can be connected to the Arduino, and I can show fancy things on a screen like you get the gold or whatever. And yeah, that's basically it for this trail. I haven't tested these out, so I don't know whether they're working or not, but I think they are. So yeah, and it's um, this thing is a um, dual temperature controller. Basically, the idea is that you have 2 temperature sensors, and they separately measure the temperature of the environment, and you set the limits of those measure. Well, basically, you set the limit, and after this limit, after when it reached the limit, it turns something on. And I choose this model which has a 220 volts input over here, and the same as outputs. Output 1, output 2. 10 amps is a maximum current, which is great. And yeah, basically there's not a lot of things to say about this one. And I already peek inside. What is inside in this beauty? Well, there is 2 relays, obviously, which is for the outputs. One is enabling one output and other is enabling other output. There is this small voltage converter because the board operates on 5 volts, I guess, not on the 220, so that's why this is like stepping down the voltage. There is, for some reason, the buzzer is inside, and that is basically all. And I will want to take out this circuitry and see how does it look. Cheap China guys just put 2 screws, which is convenient for disassembly, but not for any other stuff. Okay. I cannot see the microcontroller over here. Probably it's under the LCD. Yeah, I can see something over there. Something small, but it's convenient to hide the controller under the segment display. One thing is clear. This thing has no water resistance or humidity resistance. So when you put it outside, you have to be aware that you cannot leave it like really outside in the rain. So you have to like seal it, because this little top which comes over here doesn't seal anything. It just pops like that, and that's it. There is a place where the water could sink in. So yeah, um, 2 buttons for each controller, which sets the temperature limits up and down. And there is not actually not a lot of things what to discuss about this one. So I will be using this. I will try to install a proper wires over here, and I will give this to one of my friends. So she will be using this with the chickens. So she have a little chickens. So and at the beginning they need a warm environment. Otherwise they can die easily, but they also cannot be overheated. They also die. So that's why this must be controlled. And this cost me around 5 euro, shipping included. So it wasn't really cheap. Well, it wasn't so expensive. But I was wondering, can I build this my own with using Arduino? And then considering that they have 2 sensors, 2 displays, buttons, controller, step-down converter, 2 relays, buzzer, I would say 5 euros. I cannot build it. No. At the moment, Arduino are more expensive than 5 euros. Just a simple Arduino costs more. So in price point, this is really convenient stuff. But in terms of quality, I don't know. Well, I changed the leads over here, and then I will try it out um, with a simple test, just water with ice, and see how they are, how responsive they are, and do they really switch anything on and off, and then I can tell. Otherwise, just pure guessing. Yeah. Okay. So eventually, mm, one of these relays could go out for some while, switching on and off. This capacitor is quite bad, not good quality. These green ones popping up really fast, 400 volts. These are kind okay, 25 volts, 220 microfarads. And there is one a low voltage dropout regulator, which steps down the voltage and turns the rest into the heat, basically. And this is powering the 2 microcontrollers, and I guess also the relays. or it isn't. No, I guess it isn't because there's written 12 volts. This is for 5 volts. So it just powering the controllers, and I guess that the output of this step-down converter is 12 volts because I cannot see that there would be two outputs. Other than that, everything looks good. So yeah, this is my update from the Aliexpress stuff. Um, and that's it, I guess. Yeah. See ya.